Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Houston Sports Talk back into the video today. And today, Houston Rockets will play the Los Angeles Lakers, who are 45-29. And this would be a huge game for the Houston Rockets in the NBA standings, as they do have a 2-game lead currently in the Western Conference for the 2 seed. Denver is the 3 seed. LA is the 4 seed. LA currently is 3.5 games back from the Rockets. The Nuggets are 2. If I believe correctly, the Nuggets do hold the tiebreaker over the Rockets since they just beat them last week or a week or two ago. And the Rockets do have a tiebreaker over the Lakers because the Rockets beat the Lakers in the beginning of January when they still had Anthony Davis, and the Rockets beat Anthony Davis and LeBron James in Houston. And so, but with a win tonight, this could be a huge win for the Rockets tonight, because a win tonight would mean the Lakers, if they want to pass the Rockets in the standings, would have to have a better record than them, since the Rockets would win the season series tonight with the W. Because the Rockets and Lakers only play one more time after this. It is in Los Angeles. So if the Lakers do win this matchup tonight, that will be a big game, because if the Lakers win tonight, then whoever wins the next matchup between these two teams wins the season series. But that won't matter at all if the Rockets win their game tonight. But this will be a second night of a back-to-back for the Rockets. Played the Suns last night, won by 39, scoring their highest point total of all season, 148. Had a couple positions to try to get 150, but weren't able to do it. But also tonight, they have a chance to get 50 wins for the first time since the 2018-19 season. The Rockets, the 2019-20 season, that was the last time they were in the playoffs. But 2019-20 season, they did not get 50 wins that year because it was a shortened season due to the season shutting down in March. And I'm sure that 2019-20 team probably would have reached 50 wins, but who knows. And that was a 72-game season. I'm pretty sure that team would have got 50 wins with Harden and Russ, but we'll never know. But, yeah, this Rockets team does have a chance to get their 50th win of the season tonight. And as of recently, they've, got, 9 of their last 10. I believe it's 12 of their last 13 games as well. And they're one of the hottest teams in the NBA. But, so I'm excited to see them play tonight against this Lakers team. Lakers injuries, only Maxey Kleber's out. I mean, LeBron James is a game-time decision, but it feels like every game LeBron James is a game-time decision. Or at least every game I see the Lakers and the Rockets play each other, LeBron's a game-time decision. It's like giving you that hope, like, oh, he's not going to suit up tonight. Yeah, LeBron's going to suit up tonight. I've learned with the game-time decisions, maybe once in a blue moon, maybe LeBron will be ruled out, but he's not gonna, and especially with how big of a game this is tonight, he's not missing this game tonight. So if you see that game time decision on the injury report for LeBron James, just know he's playing. Although I think it's pretty obvious anyways. But all right, let's get into starting lineups. Lakers starting lineups, fully healthy. You got LeBron, you got Luka, you got Austin Reeves, you got Rory, and you got Jackson Hayes. Rockets, you have Fred VanVleet, Jalen Green, Dylan Brooks, Amen Thompson, and Alperen Şengün. This Rockets team a little bit different since last time they did face the Lakers, because the Rockets didn't have Jabari Smith Jr. in that matchup against LA. He had just gotten injured against the Heat or the Mavericks, and so he was hurt right before that Lakers game. That was one of the Rockets' first games without Jabari Smith Jr. And if I'm correct, I don't think the Rockets didn't have Steven Adams in that matchup as well, and yeah, so I'm excited to see how the Rockets look. But also keep in mind, Lakers didn't have Luka as well, in that matchup. So that's another thing. But look, Anthony Davis had a really good game when the Rockets played the Lakers last in January. And the Rockets were still able to get a win. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens to this one tonight. I'm going to be honest about something that I'm hoping for tonight. I am hoping for Dylan Brooks to get a technical foul in this game tonight. That's what I am hoping for. I know it sounds crazy because that can give the Lakers a point. But here's something I'm looking at. Dylan Brooks last night got 2 technical fouls. It was bogus. It was bogus that Dylan Brooks got ejected. I would have understood 1 technical foul for Dylan Brooks, but the fact that he got 2 and got ejected, that was crazy. But here's the thing. He's not 15 technical fouls. He's lucky he's not missing this game due to suspension. 16 is the limit, and then you're suspended in the NBA. So here's the thing I'm looking at. If he gets one more, 16, and he gets suspended, I'm thinking, you're probably thinking, why does he want Dillon Brooks to get suspended? It's because the Rockets' next matchup is against the Utah Jazz. It's a home game. There's not many games over the last, 7 games of the season I look at that are, I think the Utah Jazz game on Wednesday, April 2nd, is the only game you can look at in the last 7 games that is a free win. The other 6 games of this final 7 games to the Rockets are hard Western Conference opponents, and most of them are road matchups for this Rockets team. You need Dillon Brooks in those games. That's the thing I'm thinking about. Look, honestly, you got 7 games left in the regular season. I can't see Dillon Brooks not picking up a technical foul in 7 games. So with that being said, I mean, for instance, if he were to not get a technical foul tonight, and doesn't have any tonight, and then the Rockets play the Jazz Wednesday night, and he gets upset about something, then you don't have him going up against the 1 seed Thunder on Friday, which would be a key matchup. Or if he were to get teed up on Friday, then you don't have him in a big matchup on Sunday against Golden State in San Francisco. There are so many key matchups at the end of the season that the Rockets need Dillon Brooks for, and I think you're safe if Dillon Brooks misses a game against Utah. That's my opinion. If Dillon Brooks misses against Utah while the Rockets are playing in Houston at Toyota Center, I think the Rockets will be okay. You got Fred, you got Jalen, you got LP, you got Amen Thompson, you got Jabari Smith Jr., Tari Eason. They can hold down the fort and beat Utah easily without Dillon Brooks. And then you don't have to worry about Dillon potentially being suspended for a game on April 4th against OKC in Houston, or in San Francisco on the 6th against the Warriors, or the Clippers. The Rockets have 2 games in LA against the Clippers and Lakers on the 11th and the 9th, which that if the Rockets lose this game tonight, that game on the 11th could be one of the most important games the Rockets play all season. Then the final game of the season is the team that's closest to the Rockets for the 2 seed, and the Denver Nuggets. The Rockets need Dillon Brooks in those games, and I think it'd be so terrible if you didn't have him in one of those, one of the final 5 games of the season where they play the Thunder, Warriors, Clippers, Lakers, Nuggets. So if he were to get a technical foul tonight, he'd miss the Jazz game, and you don't have to worry about him, potentially getting suspended against, all the other teams that the Rockets will face that are really hard Western Conference opponents. And also another key thing is the Rockets don't play any more Eastern Conference teams the rest of the way. So maybe the next Eastern Conference team the Rockets will face will potentially be, I don't know, NBA Finals. I think it'll be hard, but that would be fun to see. So, let me know your thoughts on this game in the comment section. I don't know how the Rockets will look tonight. Look, it's going to be hard facing this Lakers team, Luka, LeBron, and Austin Reeves, and also the fact that you're on the second night of back-to-back. I think it helps more that none of your starters played 30 minutes last night. Dillon Brooks only played 11 because he got ejected. Amen Thompson played only 25. I think Jalen played like 27. Fred played 28, and Alp played like 26, and then Tari Eason didn't play because he was resting. So I guess that can kind of help you, but I think it's going to be a hard one for the Rockets to win, but it is very necessary for the Houston Rockets to win this ballgame. Let me know your thoughts on the Rockets game in the comment section, and peace out. Go Rockets.